The toilet was taken from the local police department. They have nothing to go on. Daimyo, the mists of war are upon us. They bring fear, uncertainty, and destruction. Our enemies' armies are marching on our provinces, and it is up to you if we will emerge victorious or become erased from history. Daimyo, are you ready to lead your samurai to glory? In this game, players will play as a daimyo, the leader of a great house, with the purpose of conquering Japan and becoming its most powerful emperor in history. In order to accomplish this, players will recruit samurai armies, move them across provinces to gain majority, harvest resources to enhance certain actions, attack enemy armies to take over provinces, and build castles to fortify their position in a province. At the end of the game, players will score victory points for the influence they have in each region. Whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game becomes the Emperor of Japan. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip, the Meeple on duty, and today we are talking about small samurai empires. This was just delivered a little bit ago, like a couple weeks, but I'm terrible about getting things unboxed, on the table, played, and out there for you. While I do enjoy a good unboxing every now and then, I think I'm just going to start calling these arrivals, because new games that come in, I'm just going to highlight when they get here. And I don't think sitting and watching me silently stare and open tiny packages of pieces that entertaining, because I forget to talk and do at the same time. But I wanted to show off the component quality. I wanted to show off this clean simpleness of this game and how it works. So we're going to get right into it. First off, I just want to say, Quartermaster Logistics, you're a bit ridiculous, because this tiny box came in this ginormous box. Had to make sure I wasn't flashing my address. Yeah, that's right. This, I have bubble wrap for days, so it didn't move in transport. But this is a huge box. Now, mind you, there were 2 games and this roll in here, but still, I was kind of shocked when the box was that big for this little game box. Once I opened the box and saw what I got, like, this artwork is absolutely gorgeous. Every piece of it is stunning. They did such a thorough and amazing job making this as pretty as they could be. I did not get in on the first printing run. I got in on the second print and the expansion Rise of Tokugawa. I'm sorry if I kill that, but I barely speak English and that's my first language, so carrying on anyways. And I got the full playmat that has the expansion boards and all the boards integrated into one thing. Now that is huge for me. When we're talking multiple boards on my table, I love it when it gets incorporated into one board that I can then use all at once, not multiple boards spread across the table and all that. The one spot. That's all I love it. Why did I get this one? I had extra Gen Con money and this came up at the right opportunity, so I took it. I really enjoy their, I'm pretty sure it was their first game. Right there it is. Small Star Empires. It was super clean and easy to learn. And then they did these expansions that once you kind of got the hang and rules of the base game and were playing the base game real easy, you could expand out and play the with these extra powers and abilities and wormholes and things like that. And from what I'm seeing in the rule book, this game has the same thing. You can play a very clean, simple, easy base game, but when you get more experience and you want a bit more of a challenge, there's variants and things that you can throw in to make this a harder game and a deeper game to play. Samurai Swords, also known as Shogun, has one other name, but it was a game I played back in like junior high and high school that I absolutely enjoyed. It's right in there with Axis and Allies and Risk and all those games that I spent countless hours with my brothers and my friends playing these games till all hours of the morning until one person was left standing, exhausted, wrung out from thinking so hard, but enjoyed every second of it because we were laughing and goofing off the whole time, and it just felt good. So this brings back some of that nostalgia. And the last reason I got it is I actually really enjoyed this era of Japanese history. I think it's one of the ones that most people understand and know. Real big disclaimer right here. I have yet to play this game. I've read through the rule books and I understand the basic premise, but I have not been able to get this one on the table. I have been so busy for the last month, 6 weeks. Hopefully here, once school gets started, it'll slow down a little bit and I'll be able to get a lot more game time in, which should be a thing, but you never know. So we're going to move into the rules and how we actually play this game. This game is played across 3 eras or rounds with 2 rounds in each phase. So you're going to get what equivalents to 6 planning actions. To each turn, there are 2 phases with 2 things. So you're going to have a first round and a second round, and you're going to plan, and you're going to do the resolution phase. Now, sounds a little complicated. In the first, they're the same in both of them, but in the first round, you're going to take a destiny card, which I did not get any of those out. Where'd those little buggers go? Ah, they're right here. I haven't even broken the seal on these. So you're going to get 3 destiny cards, and you're going to pick one of those, put it face down. Now what this does at the end of the game, or when you start your revolution, you're going to place it face up, and the more that are in a certain region, you get victory points differently and stuff like that. The other thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking your action tokens, and we'll get into what all these moves are, and you're going to pick a spot right along here, along the areas that you can claim for yourself, and you're going to put it face down. In the first round of resolution, you're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to work dot by dot all the way up till everybody's been done. In a 2 or 3 player game, you're going to put down 4 of your action tokens. In a 4 player game, you're going to put down 3. Now, on top of getting your actions that you've put out, you're going to get a little grayed out action, which is right next to it, for free. And those are already actions, so you get attack, you get harvest, and you get movement abilities as well. So these are all things you already can do, so there's nothing different. You just get it extra on top of your action move anyways. The resolution phase, again, you're going to start at the bottom on the first round, work your way up. In the second round, you're going to work your way down, and you're going to do that 3 times. And on the first one, you play a little destiny card. What are the actions, you say? Well, the first one is recruit armies. So you can recruit 1 army, just like this. Can't see that very well because it's tiny. And if you spend a food token, you can add an extra army, and all armies are recruited in the capitals of the territories that you want, or that you put these down in. The next one is a 3 movement. So you can move 1 army, 3 territories or provinces. Or you can move 3 armies, 1 province, or 1 army 2 and 1 army 1. Whatever combo, but you get 3 moves. Use it how you would like. You got another one that's 2 and a food to make it 3 movement. You got a 2 and move by ship. And move by ship is crazy to me that it requires a food. You can pay a food and then you can move by ship. But any territory that is along the water, you can move from there to the next one. So if it's touching water, you can jump all the way across the board just like that with your army. Then you have the attack, which is the katana. You kill one of their guys in your territory with you, and you can spend a Bushido, little red one, to attack a second army in there. They don't get a response. There's no armor, no nothing like that. It's just a simple, I kill you, you're dead. Move along. Next action is harvest. If you have armies in a province, in that territory, you collect all of them that you can. So if you have them in one in Bushido and grain, you pick up both of those. If you have it in 2 grain provinces, you pick up 2 grain. Things like that, which is used in other actions. Building a castle. Once you build a castle, one, it can't be moved and it can't be destroyed. But it grants you 2 strength. Once you have a castle in a territory, instead of having to start in the capital, you can start at that castle as your as a territory. When you build a castle, it has to be in a territory without at least 2 of your armies, and those 2 armies come back into your hand as well. When you lay down your actions, we're going to go in sequence, not the one you want to do in that territory, because each territory has 3 actions next to it. In case of the little guy, there's only 2. But you're going to start on the first round at the bottom, work your way north. And then on round 2, you're going to work your way from the north to the south. You're going to go dot by dot by dot. So you got to plan what actions you're taking and when. End of an era. So after you've gone south to north and north to south, that's the end of an era. You're going to do a full harvest, and you collect those resources if you have control of the territory. So, meaning you have more strength or power in that territory. And castles count as 2, and our samurai armies count as 1. Next thing you do is you check your influence. So you're going to add up all your strength in a territory and move up the track however far you're going to go. Third thing you're going to do at the end of the era is, if you control the era, or if you control the territory or region, you are going to get victory points for that. And it has it printed on here. If you have the most, you get those points. And then if you're second most for strength in theirs, you get points for that as well. If you're playing with the shrine variant, for every territory you control with a shrine, you get those. And then you're going to clean up your order tokens and move on. And you're going to draw up a new destiny card after that. And then you're going to check the scores. Who's ever in last place gets to go first in the next round and on up the board. So whoever has the most points is taking last turn that round. Final scoring in the game, after you've done 3 eras, there's only 2 things you're going to score. First, we'll just call it resource points. So for every Bushido and every grain that you had extra, every 3 of those is worth 1 point. And then the second way you're getting points is from those destiny cards that you've been playing. The more influence you have, So if you've got 1 influence, it's times 1, 2 times 2, 3 and 4 would be times 4. And then it's those destiny cards that have been played, multiplying your influence times the number of destiny cards that have popped up in there for each region. And everybody scores those. Final score, whoever has the most points wins the game. Pros and cons of this game. This is a very clean and simple game design. It really flows. You're laying them down. You're doing your 2 rounds where you go top to bottom, and then you're clearing everything off. The movement, all your icons are very clean and well laid out. There's not a lot of moving parts, but there is good strategy in there as well. I like that this is just 3 rounds. You're going to set your actions 6 times, and you're going to know your points and who's leading through the course of the game, and you're going to be able to track those extra bonus points at the end of the game very easily as well. So you know when you're going to have a winning battle or a losing battle, and where to give up and where to push further ahead, because sometimes it's going to be better to push and pull in certain areas and gain points that way and gain influence in other ways, or to take your opponents down a notch. The components in this game are absolutely gorgeous. I did the deluxe upgraded bits, but even the other ones, that the cardboard chits, they're good heavy components. Their screen printing on them is just, I don't know, perfect. Perfect would be a good word. Like, it's clear, it's easy to see. The playmat is printed really nicely. Like, all my images are crisp and clear, as much as they can be on the neoprene fabric. I also love the fact that even though I got an expansion box down here, it all fits in my main box. Minus my playmat, but all my boards, like if I kept all my boards and all my pieces and all that, fit in one box. To me, that is a huge win that I wish more companies would work out, getting their expansions and knowing how to get it all in one box. Same thing with Small Star Empires. You can get it all in one box. Absolutely love it. The cons of this, these are very tiny little samurai warriors with very tiny, thin little swords hanging out. That's the other cool part. All these components are unique, like all the swordsman armies and stuff like that are all unique across all the different ones. So the blue guys are different than the green guys. It's not just a generic samurai guy. I will be honest, again, I have disclaimer, I haven't played this yet. I'm curious how well this plays out as 2-player. If it just becomes I'm going to give you this region, you're going to give me this region. Good luck trying to wrest just a few more points out of me than I'm into you for. So I'm curious how that comes out. In a 4-player, 5-player game of this, I'm like 95% sure this is an absolute bloodbath that is worth playing. Because you're just going to be stepping over everybody's toes trying to get your points out there. So that's really all I have to say. I look forward to playing this one. I need to get these Destiny cards out. That way I have them all out there, and I know and get a gameplay in on my own, and then teach Heather once we're a little less busy. But till then, I just need to learn it, play it myself, because there is a solo mode. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you've got this one. Archeona Games, if you're watching this, I don't have Small Railroad Empires, and I would love to cover that and play that one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.